Hi, Amanda Markham with the Markham Sold Show, and I am super excited today. We're with our favorite lender, Susan Hatfield, with the 2 questions that we've been asked a lot and I think are important going into 2020. So we're going to get to those next. All right, Susan. So recently, we've had a lot of people ask about how long they have to be on their job, about just having a job, probably important,
Absolutely.
income is, but and then also the next part of that is how long do you have to be working at your job to qualify for a mortgage?
Okay, great question. So you do have to have a job to qualify for a mortgage. First of all, you do have to have income. So in order to qualify for a mortgage, you do need 2 years of job history. So it doesn't mean you have to be on your job for 2 full years, that particular job. You can be there for 1 day and qualify. We do need a pay stub before closing, but you do have to have 2 years of job history. The only exception to that is if you were in school. So for example, if you're a nurse and you just graduated in December and you started your new job in January, we can actually use your job time or use your school time as job time. So if you're in school for 4 years to become a nurse, we can use that time to qualify you for a mortgage.
Wow, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Okay, well that leads me to my next question is about student loans. I've heard a lot about student loans recently. Can you even buy a house if you have student loan debt? I mean, tell us about that, and then maybe some tips also with people trying to get out of debt with student loans.
Absolutely. So every situation is going to be different with student loans.
Okay.
So depending on the loan type that you're doing, even if your loans are in deferment, we have to take into account that those payments are going to eventually come due. So we do have to look at that. Depending on the loan program that you have, though, is what we really need to look at. So I would suggest for someone just to call us and let's run a full analysis on them to make sure that they qualify with those student loans. Having student loans will not keep you from purchasing a home, though.
Okay, but you just take it into account as far as like debt.
Absolutely, and there's several ways to look at student loans.
Okay, sounds pretty complicated. So definitely give Susan a call and we will point you in that direction if you ask us about student loans.
Thank you for having me.
Awesome. Thank you so much. We'll see you guys next week.